Okay, let's go. We're going to go on back. You know, I just flashed on Wheelhouse. It'd be nice to hit that puppy. Are there any of the old ones you guys want to hit? Anything in particular back there? So we know that they're not just left behind? Anything? Bob, let me open up your mic. Yes, sir. Oh, all of them.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that echo was coming from me. I wouldn't mind going through Rights of Man really quick one time.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Let me go back. I think I might have it memorized by now. Okay, let me mute you out, Bob. We'll go ahead and hit Rights of Man. Went right to it. Now, I think, didn't we hit this last week or the week before when I remember hitting all these triplets. Nancy, I'm going to test. We're going to see how it's going now. All right, let's try this Rights of Man. Jim, kind of just bear with us. Don, you got your hand up. Let me go ahead and open your mic up. Yes, sir. Yeah, Don. You're muted on your side, I think. Well, if you have a question there, Don, throw your hand up again. All right, let's try this Rights of Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That didn't work. Okay, give me some numbers there, gang. How'd that do? Greg, come on now. Hey. Oh, this is the 4 Club. Now, did we do... great. Did we do... Someone come in on that. We did those chimes to end this, didn't we? No. No. This is a really nice E minor ending that I stole. And it's very simple. If you do chimes, throw your hand up if you do not do harmonics. Okay, so everyone does chimes. Because I didn't ask if you did them very well, I just asked if you did them. So you know the principle of it. What we're doing, I'm using my 3rd finger to my 1st finger, and it's hitting on each string. You're going to hit the 12th fret and then the 7. So on the 6th string, 12, 7, next string, 12, 7, 12, 7, all the way down. So it's 12 and then 7, 5th string, 12 and then 7, 4th, 3rd, second, first string, and then the last note is the fifth fret on the first string. And you do it in a moody kind of way, right? So it kind of speeds up as you go along. If I didn't blow it right there. And then I usually do an upward rake of an E minor chord. Back towards the bridge. You can also hit the first three strings, producing an E minor chord. Okay, so any questions on that harmonic ending? Yeah, practice it. What other song? Have we done anything else in E minor? Did we do Drowsy Maggie? I don't think we did. Anything else in E minor that you can think of? I don't know. The Foggy Mountain Breakdown doesn't count. Okay, let's go on. Let's do the Spider Bit the Baby. Jim wanted to do that one after he heard it, and let's just see if you've got it off of the YouTube there, Jim, or you might not even have time to look at it. My little I've got my little puppy with me here. She's grown quite a bit since you've seen her. She's now bigger than the white poodle. But she wanted to come down into the room today. I was like, Dana, no, we better not do this, because I know what's going to happen. She's going to want to get out. All right, Spider Bit the Baby. My stalling right there is it's got really awful words. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Back to the top a little faster. That dog knows. How'd we do there, gang? How'd we do? Shoot those numbers here. Good, that's about where we were. Now, Mike, I was wondering if on the last part, second page, Are you getting the strum? You don't want to just go. You want to get these light strums in there. Throw a hand up if you are getting the strums in. Okay, because if you're not, you really need to go ahead and get those in. It makes a huge difference. It's just a little background chatter, right? Two little strums. And then, or you can do two hammer-ons. One strum. I like the two strum, the two hammer-on thing as well. Okay, questions on that one? Okay, let's go ahead and move on into Banks of the Ohio. Slow things down a tad. Hey, and I appreciate you guys doing that rhythm class the other day. There was a lot of stuff we did there. All right, Banks of the Ohio. All right, we changed the C measure on the third line, third measure, and we changed it two ways. One is this one, just to cross pick it out here. And the other one was that descending line, which was really nice. All right, any questions on that? Do we want to go through those positions again? Because that's something you really need to get down. Because you'll use that, it's just a filler for C. So if you got two measures of C that you're cross-picking, there's a beautiful filler right there. And it'll make it, they'll start throwing flowers at your feet. I know. Okay, so the first time I go through it, I'm just going to use this C. The second time, I'm going to use this walk down. Okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's hold it here a second. Were you able to stay with me at that speed? It was just steady. Is that okay? All right, let's pick it up a little bit then, because it really needs to be up. You know, another thing. There's always another thing. You know, that's the thing. There's always another thing. But you can do. I'm thinking of this C. You know, we did it the second time, which is what we're going to do now. This A minor. And the A minor is the beginning of the second measure of C. So you could also, and it would sound really pretty, just play the A minor chord. Now, all I'm holding is this for the A minor chord because I'm not going to hit this string, so I don't need the whole A minor. I just need that, right? It would look like a D7 with the first string open, but I can do that as well. Let's take it from the end of the second line. Okay, here we go. 2, and do a C for the first measure, and then an A minor for the second one. 2, 3, 4, 1. C, A minor, G, right? Okay, so you've got that option as well. You probably won't play this once or twice. You'll probably play through it at least 3 times. So now you have 3 really nice ways to do that. Let's go ahead and do the walk down this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Back to the top, same thing. Okay, were you there with me? Go, Bob. Good. I bet it started getting a little confusing as far as where am I supposed to go? What do I do now? All right. So we got Catalina and Kane. Any questions on the that Norman add-in right now? So I think we threw that in. I think we threw that in last week. Any questions there? All right. Good luck. Here we go. So we'll go through the first way. Let's see, let me move my mouse around here. We had that one. A big boy lick, yeah. Well, a big person lick. Okay, we got that. Then we had this. Okay. We slid that up. That's the only thing we added in on the first part, I think. I think so. All right, so are we good with that then? I'm going through twice. First time like we had it originally, second time with the big boy stuff. Big boy and girl stuff. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Slide up. Let's do it again. Second way, slide up. Son. That's a lot of cattle in the cane. How'd you guys do there? How was the first break? Let's go to the first break. The original. Okay, that was the first one. So then, can I think that the second time through with the changes was a little less? Yeah, yeah. You know, it's a difference. It's just a different song. It's just a different style. You know, and I'm trying to think of any. There's one that Norman used to do. It's called Old Brown Case. That I learned it first. You know, another one actually he did. We may do this one. Was called Done Gone. Does anyone do that one? Done Gone. Well, he done gone. Uh, Anyway, that's a really cool tune, Done Gone, and I kept in it the way I learned it from Norman. Of course, Dan Crary had it recorded as well, and it's a B flat tune, so we may want to do that one at some point. It's a really cool tune, three-parter, and in B flat it sounds really good. Fiddles do it in B flat. Okay, let's go ahead and pounce on this Rainbow while we're doing good on time. And Nancy, you having trouble there? She had to log off and come back. You know, I think wintertime is just worse on the systems. Okay, good. All right. Rainbow, a great tune. Did anyone go and look it up from Good Deal in Nashville or whatever record Doc has it on? I think it's Good Deal in Nashville. Did anyone do that? So, yeah, it's a great tune. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. If we did it at this speed. Go ahead and throw a hand up if you can do it at that speed with me. Greg, I thought yours was going to shoot up there first. Well, okay, I didn't have many. So, let's go ahead and maybe try it a hair slower than that. I don't know if I can play it much slower because the good Doc didn't teach me that way. Let's see. somewhere in there. 1, good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's go back to the top, all the way. Okay, hold it after the D7. Okay, hold it there. So where were we on that? At that speed? Let's see where we are. Gang, come on in. Is that a great? Okay. Okay, good, Jim. You're doing good there. Okay. I'm not sure. I mean, we could have talked about some rhythm stuff on this as well. Yeah, typo. Let's see, typo. What? Oh, a 3. I'm going to scroll this back a little bit. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right. You know, like the only things we had talked about was if we're doing rhythm on this, is walking up from the 1 to the 2. We did a rhythm, I think, one time where we just did a walk up, a 2-note walk up. This one here. Now I stick a 1, 6, 2, 5 in there into the end of the second line. Whenever you have a G to a D7, that's just a turnaround. But you can also stick a 1, 6, 2, 5 in there, which is going to be a G to E to A to D. Okay? A G to E7 to A7 to D7. Okay? Now that was a pretty common bass walk. I just went right around to my roots, but I could have gone. And that way I'd have. If you wanted to have that kind of ascending line. That's going to get you around the 1625 of the end of the second line. We have another walk up into A. You know, I just want you guys to be playing the rhythm and adding in your bass walks. You know, finding some really cool bass walks. So if I were going to do this one, let me play it slow and give you an idea, and you can hunt it up on the YouTube clip, because they're never hard to do. You just have to envision the direction of the bass walk, right? I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do any runs that I know of. Okay. When they go, you can go. Right, straight up the frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, one snuck in there. I tried to hold it back. I tried to hold it. Too much more that I put on the second part. The only thing I thought about doing here, end of the second line, was doing 1625, but you also have to see who you're playing with. They're probably not going to put that in there. Okay, any questions on the rhythm stuff? Try to do some kind of rhythm and record it so you can play the lead against it. Okay, because y'all sounds like you need work. Keep working on the lead to this one, and this might be a time if we were doing private lessons, I'd say, well, why don't you go ahead and work it one more week, but we have to move along. So I'm going to move on to this Monroe's hornpipe, and you know what's there's not when we look at Rainbow. There's not many things that you can do to add on to it. There's really not, but I'm gonna let it just kind of sit there and grow with you, and before we start looking at what you can and can't do to add on to it. All right, so now, any questions on Rainbow then? Anything, comments or anything? We're good? Okay. I ended up there, this is pollen season right here in Tennessee, so we got the trees blooming out, and some kind of mold thing, and I had never sneezed on a DVD at all, but I sneezed twice in that last class. Oof. Okay, this one I'm going to play through it first. You would capo up on the second fret to play it with the mandolins and fiddles. Okay, I'll bring it up to speed. No, not full speed. Okay, so now this one, I got someone didn't mute their phone. I've got texts coming in, you know, from all over the world. So let's look at this first part. It's really played out of the chord. It's playing out of chord notes. All right, and the author strongly suggests that you do this at a second position because there's no sense in switching over to this C. However you do your G, because when you have to shoot into that D, you're going to end up being in your little finger, and there's just no point in it, and you're not using this finger at all. So use your first two fingers for the G, and go ahead and do this with me. Hold down your bottom part of G, and just you can see the strings that it is. Shift down casually and calmly to the next set of strings. Okay, and then you're going to do first and third finger to catch these. So when you get your third finger down, your second finger's on the way and it stays there. And it doesn't come loose until you do this descending run. Okay, so I've got the first two, shift over, first and third, bring it back down, and then it does it again. And then it does it again. And then it does it again. And then it does it all again. So really, this one is going to give you a chance to, I think, catch up on Rainbow a little bit. So there's your first part. You probably have it memorized already. Right, now the second part, again in second position, I'm using my first finger on the twos. And then those 2 3s have to be hit with an upswing. And someone has kindly put an upswing marking there. And you're using 2 fingers to catch that. Right? Use your second and third finger to catch those 2 3s. Okay? Then it's the same one again. All right, there's that line that brings it back down. Now, when I had learned this, this is on that Dan Crary record where he's sitting under the tree and with a comb over, and I always heard that as an E minor. To me, it sounds like minor stuff. But I did that, and I was in a jam in Nashville, and those guys will set you straight. And no, they gave me that. No, it's not a. It's a C. So if you want to pop a C chord in there, you don't have to because it's really going to go this fast. If you want to put a C chord in there, somewhere in the descent, you have to get your little finger to the 4, and then so you have your C ready. Okay. Then at the end of the line, same thing. Just another run. You shouldn't have any problem here. Okay, now the second ending is really reminiscent on the work we had to do in Catalina Cane. Right here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the pull-off, I'm doing everything in second position. Reaching back for this 1 to the 3 in first position. And then coming right back into second, because I'm going to end up being right back in second, going back to the top. Okay, Any questions on that one? Oh, Robert, let me open up your mic here. You're on the air.
Um, Steve, I just have a question about the hornpipe, because I know we did the sailor's hornpipe before in this, and I got another, I think it was President Garfield's hornpipe he's got on one of his albums I have. Where does the hornpipe come from, I guess? I was curious.
Well, this one comes from Monroe, and so it's not fitting the hornpipe style. If we were doing this in hornpipe style, it would be... So you can get that's a hornpipe speed. And it's a dotted eighth and a 16th. And Monroe, when he did it, it was this. So the hornpipe is supposed to be, it's usually like, we play fiddle tunes at 220. Hornpipes are usually down around 140. They're really slow. Rights of Man hornpipe. It's supposed to be really slow. And have that dut, 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 dut. That would be a true hornpipe. But when...
Were they originally played on a pipe, though?
Oh, yeah. Originally it's... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Originally it's... It's my Celtic book, when I was working up material for that, a collection of Celtic tunes, it was a really big book when it first came out, and then it was split up into 4 smaller ones. But I was over in Dublin, and they took me into the archives, and they had the Irish government had just produced a book of original piper tunes, and they were written out in music, and they showed the original pages. They had photocopies of the original pages in the book, and it was all on piper music. And there was, see, this is the problem with, or not the well, this is the issue with true Celtic music, is that the guitar player is usually a dadgad player, meaning that you're open tuning, and you're playing harmonies to whatever the melody is. There's no set chords because it came out on the pipes first. Then it went to the fiddle, but still there was no set chords. So when you listen to really good Celtic guitar players, they play some really imaginative harmonies, but not necessarily chords to the stuff. But they originally came out on pipes. So when you ask them in Celtic land, what are the chords of this song? They'll say, it doesn't matter. And they say, well, just kind of do what you feel like. So yeah, the long of it is, yeah, they were all piper tunes, and the other side is that they didn't have chords that came with them. So that's stuff that we've kind of made up. And then when you have Monroe's hornpipe, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you out here, and then throw your hand up if there's something else. When you have like Monroe's hornpipe, Huckleberry hornpipe, these are American hornpipes. Huckleberry hornpipe. That's a fast one. It's done by Clarence White. It was done by Dan Crary. Byron Berline says he wrote it. I think it's his dad that wrote it, but he's claiming it. And it's fast, and it's done in American style. It's different. Okay. Anything left on Monroe's hornpipe? Because I think we can take a second here and jump back into that 202 or the 201 class and play something out of there. In the ones, we had some great tunes back there. Temperance Reel. You guys do Temperance? Is that on your hit parade? Turkey in the Straw. Kentucky Waltz. How you guys doing on Kentucky Waltz? Oh, that hand went down right away there, Bob. Blackberry Rag. These are all good ones. Now stop me when we get to one. Lonesome Fiddle. Okay, Lonesome Fiddle it is. Good. And Don, I'm going to throw your hand down. If there was a question there, go ahead and throw it back up. I may have been reading it wrong. Okay, let's go ahead and try that Lonesome Fiddle. If I did it at this speed, who could do that with me? Throw your hand up there. Okay. It wasn't everybody. Let me throw it down just a little bit slower. Just a hair slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. We'll pick it up in a minute. Let's go back. Hold it there. Okay, who was with me there? Let me see what Bob was. Nancy, Don, Greg. How about you, Jim? You doing okay there? You didn't have it with us. Now, the melody, Jim, is going to be easy enough to get up off of YouTube. Another thing you can do though is to go to this D minor position, first 3 strings. All right, and find it very easily right there. Dog knows a mute out a string every time. There's that nose. All right, and then you can drop back into C to catch it there, the melody. Or catch it here as well. But the thing is, you're not going to catch this. That half step, right? So I'm just catching this 4th string 7th fret, and I'm playing out of this C. Right? First one again. Now it's going to go here. You can hop up for the high 10, 10 to 8, and then come back in the D minor area. And you just have to feel around for it. But the melody can be found, with the exception of that 1/2 step, right there at the 5th, 6th, 7th fret. And you're playing out of this D minor. So the first 3 strings diagonally go across, right? I'm watching my fingers here. And then shoot up to the 10. Down to the 5. Okay? And you can find another high break to this pretty quickly. Oh, you had 201, you didn't have 202. Jim, I see. Okay. All right. Let's hold that one there. Getting down this, go ahead and work on that, the high break. I'm going to make a note. Work on the high break to Lonesome Fiddle. Lonesome Fid. 5th position. Okay? 5th position. And I'm going to drop that in for week number 5. We'll go back and we'll play that next week. So you guys kind of bone up on that if you can. Ooh, I just saw the song we're going to be doing next week, and I can't wait. Okay. All right, questions, comments? You doing okay there? Oh, I got to throw your hands down so I can see if there's any questions there. All right. Gang, we'll hold it here.